Jackie, you make a toast. Do you remember the toast that you made?
I do. Evan, I love you so much.
I love you too, Ray.
It's dedicated to all the girls when he says he's going to the gym.
Yes, which I think, and that was good. That diffused everything, that she could laugh about the rumor. That made me feel like everything was okay. I love that she had said that.
She said that?
I think she ended it. She's something like a sassy, sarcastic
Wait,
thing.
she said that at the party?
Yeah.
Wait, she said
What was
that?
it?
She got mad at me for the rumor? Wait, where was I? I must have been really toasted.
Teresa, this was at the redo party.
You weren't
the
there.
one that you
This was
weren't
the
there
do-
for. Yeah.
Oh, she had another party?
Teresa, welcome to the club.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Well, she had a do-over party where she invited everybody except you.
Oh.
You were not invited, and you did not get an olive branch
Got
either.
it, got it. Okay.
That's what I wanted you to do from the beginning. I was
Yeah.
so proud of her. I was so proud of her at that party because I was like, just let it go.
No. I couldn't let it
No,
go.
I didn't know how you were suffering at home, you know? And I'm like, just laugh this off. This is like, who cares? Like, make it go away. But she she couldn't do it.
No.
You know?
No, you can't laugh off something like this. And also, it wasn't my
Well,
place.
I did. I'm not going to lie. I've had so many rumors about me, and I'm like, okay, keep it moving, asshole. That's just me, though. I know that's not you.
No, but it wasn't a rumor about me. It was a rumor about someone I love, and it wasn't my
Right.
place to be
Right.
okay with it. If he wasn't okay with it, I wasn't. If he had said, if I came home and I told him, and he said, Jackie, who cares?
You probably
I
would
know
have
it's not
calmed
true.
down,
Who cares?
too. Right.
Oh, I would have said, great, let's let it die. See you next week. I'm going to Lake George.
This is why she was, like, losing it, you know?
Yes.
This is why you were
Yes.
losing it. I get it. Like, it's true. I actually turn into a crazy person when someone tries to hurt Joe all the time. I don't know why. Worse than if you try to hurt me. It's the weirdest thing. And I have
Yep.
proof of evidence through 10 years of filming. That like you
Yes.
come for Joe, Melissa turns psycho, like a weird human. Like I'm weird. You come for me, I'm like, huh. I laugh it off.
If Teresa had spread a rumor that I was cheating on Evan at the party, I would have confronted her. I would have said, my husband knows how much I fucking love him. You're an animal. And I would have gone on the trip and I would have had these petty spats with her and
Right.
we would have resolved it, okay? But it's not my place to tell Evan that he has to be okay with it.
I get it. There is a difference because yes, there's a difference. So
Yeah, but I would have never toasted that even on a kidding moment. Like, I wouldn't have toasted to fucking no girls my husband slept with or may have slept with or didn't sleep
I
with.
would have. I
or-
think that's funny. I mean, I
Yeah.
thought it was funny because that just showed that she was over it.
Well, it definitely broke the ice, but
Yes.
I couldn't physically have...
Jennifer also brings up at the do-over that she thinks Teresa didn't intend to be so malicious.
Listen, Teresa, you must know she's not a malicious person. Like, she really isn't.
Jennifer is really, I mean, sometimes she could be a really fun, good person to be around, but in general, she is Teresa's soldier. She is very loyal to her.
I went in there with the mentality thinking, if this is going to be a Teresa ambush party, then I'm out. It was the wrong place for her to bring that up. She said she was sorry in the first episode. Maybe it's not the apology that Jackie wanted, but there was a sorry in there. She said sorry.
Okay, so sorry. Maybe I should have said it at the party, but I was drinking.
It's not like I ruined her husband's birthday party. She didn't even know about it till like the next day.
Oh my God.
So I mean, I was telling my friends.
It's like, dude, she just heard a rumor, and that's all it is. That's all it has the power to be. It's like, you're the one who's making this big deal out of it, which is like suspect. Really? Like, why are you getting so defensive? None of us believe it. We're all here because we don't believe it.
Listen, Jennifer opens mouth and inserts foot. But Teresa's mind works in mysterious ways. I believe it or not, I understood what Jennifer said. But, you know, she can't read the fucking room.
Jennifer sometimes doesn't have a way with words. And she's not very diplomatic or she doesn't have great presentation.
Okay, so at the end of the day, it's not even about who I think is right or wrong. Teresa is my friend. We've been friends for 3 years. There's loyalty there. I'm not just going to sit here and jump ship and do everything like, that's my friend. Even if she did something wrong, I'm going to defend her.
Listen, yeah, she should, you're there to make Jackie feel better.
Right,
She shouldn't
it's
have
not
started
the
making
place.
excuses for Teresa's behavior. She
But
should
that's
just listen to
Jennifer's
her.
problem. At this point, Jackie just needed to hear she was right. Diffuse the situation.
Exactly. She's not good at that. She's not good at saying the right thing.
Right, but you can't fix that. We're at an age where we are who we are, Margaret. That's not
I
going to
know.
be fixed.
It's true.
You can't fix it. I can deal with it a little bit better than you, but then it gets me in trouble because she repeats things I say. Maybe I didn't want her to say it.
What bothered me the most is that you wouldn't, as my friend, wouldn't say, actually, you have her wrong.
Well, honestly, she said today she just doesn't consider you like a friend.
You don't consider me a friend?
I know. In the inopportune moments, Dolores.
Correct.
Do you think that Teresa had malicious intentions when she brought up the rumor at Evan's party?
Yeah, listen, I think when Teresa wants to be malicious, we all know and she's not even trying to hide it.
Like, I hear rumors about Evan.
You heard stuff about him?
Yeah, I heard something. Have you ever heard that Evan does stuff at the gym?
Like, what kind of stuff?
Like when he goes to the gym, he screws around.
See, where we grew up, you mess with us, we're coming back at you. We're going to come back at you triple hard. And, Jackie always pushed her buttons.
You really feel like your husband would be in jail right now if you could control what he did?
I mean, if it walks like a duck and it quacks like a duck.
One thing you got to remember about Teresa, she remembers that. And she's like a pit bull. And she sits there and she thinks, if you offended her in any which way, how am I going to get you back?
I know that my friend was just telling her something that she heard. She got a little tipsy. We all know, but it wasn't on purpose to try to sabotage her life.
Well, while we're waiting for Teresa, Dolores, what are your thoughts on Teresa spreading the rumor at the party?
My take on it, was she being malicious? No, did she go in there saying, I'm going to ruin their marriage? No, she went in there, she repeated something she heard. It was at the front of her brain. I've known Teresa since I'm 6 years old. And it was something she'll just spit things out. And when she feels like thinking about it. She didn't go there saying, I'm going to ruin the party, I'm going to ruin her life, and I'm going to ruin the marriage. That was nothing, no thought in her head.
I hate these earplugs. Oh my God, no.
She was telling us something she heard, and she was going to tell Jackie, clearly as soon as she got a chance.
Because you know what made me think of it is I'm looking at him, and that's what made me think of it.
See, I told you. She thought of it, and then it just came out.
Because I was looking at him. I was watching him.
I know her so
and that's
well.
What made me,
it was not a premeditated thing.
That's what made me say it. I've known this since the season before, but I was never around Evan before. And so it was something clicks in my brain, and I'm like, oh my God.
Didn't I just say that?
And then I was drinking alcohol. I saw him, and that's what reminded me of it. And that's exactly what triggered it in my brain. It's like something clicks in my brain, oh my God, I can't believe this is really going on. And I kept hearing it. So. And I just wanted to know from the other girls if they heard it. I wasn't trying to hurt Jackie. I mean, Dolores knows me. I'm not a vindictive person. So that's exactly what happened.
Hi, Dolores.
Hi, Marge. What a couch. Did you sage it?
Yes.
Marge, tell him it was a total f***ing flim-flam.
This I got from Danielle's house when Marty was selling all the furniture. But I reupholstered it.
So I know Marty's girlfriend. She called me and said they were selling stuff. I said Marge the pictures, and then I had to go back and say I was the one buying it.
And I Venmoed Dolores, I got this beautiful, I always wanted these horse photos that were in her house.
Oh, yeah.
Everything in the house was staged prior. So it wasn't her original style
she didn't
or taste.
go pick it out.
Like, she didn't pick it out. And my girlfriend had owned the house, and she had it staged. She was an interior designer. So she bought the house actually from a friend of mine. And I wanted, there were certain pieces I always coveted. So when Marty, they split, I always love a bargain. And Dolores was like, so Dolores was like, Marge, look at this. And I go, oh, they're not going to give it to me. So I Venmo Dolores. Dolores sends the money. But my realtor, I went over there. So I get the horse photos. And then it's like, the sofa was $300. And I was like, fuck it, I'm taking it. Joe goes, what are you going to do with this? I go, I'm going to reupholster. It's going to look fabulous.
It's fabulous. That couch is amazing. It was like a pale pink, right? What was it, a blush?
It was a pale grayish, it looked pink the way she did, but it was like a pale gray.
I never even seen it in person. I just got it from Marge.
So I had to have it.
Margaret, were you nervous before Teresa and Jackie met at your house?
When Teresa walked in, fact, I thought they were going to make up. Teresa was in a good mood. Jackie was emotional. I was like, all right, Jackie's going to cry. Teresa's going to feel horrible, and they're going to make up.
I would have won money on that.
Yeah, I know. Seriously, you could have definitely won money. Everyone's like, what, were you crazy? But I really did. I thought so. Jackie threw an analogy about Gia.
I did not spread a rumor. I heard a rumor.
Okay, well, you know what? I heard that Gia snorts coke in the bathroom at parties, okay? I heard it. I don't know where I heard it from. I mean, I heard from somebody.
You're a bitch.
Which was not a good analogy. You don't bring up kids. I absolutely agree with that.
It was a stupid analogy. Joe cheated on Teresa 500 times. Is on the phone calling her a to his gumad.
Hold on, here she comes, my bitch wife. She's such a...
You can't bring that up? Like, come on, Jackie. That was stupid.
And as a lawyer, how she says how smart she is, and a lawyer, really? That's your comeback as a lawyer?
I mean, I don't understand what the point of that was.
She could have came up with a smarter answer than
I thought that was like a little. It was a little unnecessary insert. I think we've all established, counselor, that nobody could win a war of words. We get it.
That wasn't really smart.
Like, why you gotta throw that in there?
Yeah, not very smart. I don't know what
do you say, Tree? She's very smart. Say it.
She's so. She's so. Wait, no. She's so. I'm so smart. I'm smart.
She's
smart.
She's smarter than all. All of us. She's smart. Honestly, I didn't see it until I saw the episode, but I thought it was going to be like, how would you feel if I said Gia does? I'm not even going to repeat it. But she didn't even say that. She just literally just said, and Gia does this, that, the other.
Yeah,
how do you say that? How do you put that out there?
Yeah, like my
That's
daughter's
intentionally tried to sabotage.
It clearly was an analogy, because we all know it's not true.
She is the most straight arrow kid I've ever met. Like, she's
Jen, you
so
don't even have to.
responsible.
Yeah, you don't even have to defend it.
Obviously it's so not true that Gia would ever, be doing that. She's like a pillar of the perfect daughter in the whole world. But Jackie's theory is Gia's the pillar of the perfect daughter. Of course it's not true. It's the stupidest statement in the entire world. And she's like, and my husband's the pillar of the perfect husband. And I'm trying to show you how stupid it was that you did that. And that's what she was doing. She was trying to make a point, but the point didn't hit home.
Truth be told, she took the closest adult in my life and tried to destroy them. And I used the closest adult in her life as an analogy. And she couldn't even deal with an analogy. So, I think that Teresa just in general feels that her family is more important than my family. And so I can't even mention a name in her family, but she can just completely destroy mine.
This is obviously a tough situation for me. I know that Jackie did not mean to say that Gia, and I'm like, Gia does not do that. We all know this. And she did mean it as an analogy. With that said, would I ever want the word Coke and my child in one sentence? Never. I think that in the heat of the moment, you could see Jackie's distress. You can see it all over her face. And it looked like she was almost begging Teresa to like, what are you doing? This is like hurting us. And I feel like when Teresa wasn't giving in like the way that I think Jackie thought she might have. Like it was not pre-planned. Am I right, Jackie? It was just kind of came out with like, all right, you hurt me with someone that you love, that I love, and let me hurt you with the person that you love. But she wasn't thinking, oh my God, wait, Gia's young and this could ever hurt Gia. We don't want to do that. You don't want it. I don't want it. Nobody wants that. But as a mom, I think she saw red.
You know, it's very clear that I wasn't looking to hurt Gia. Of course, I would never, ever do that. I feel terrible if Gia is getting any blowback from this at all. That was never my intention. And I texted Teresa right after and made sure she knew that it was an analogy, like it's not true. And Gia was fine with it. And I actually texted with Gia the day of the episode, and she was okay. You know, it's not comfortable for me to see people saying that I started a rumor about a kid, but the large majority of people know it was an analogy. They don't see anything wrong with what I did. I don't see anything wrong with it either. That's what I'm seeing from people.
Yeah, I don't know.
When you arrive, Joe, Jackie comes right over to you and really apologizes about the whole Gia thing.
The Gia thing was such an analogy. The fact that she thought I was really like saying something about Gia, like not my intention. So sorry if that no.
When I first heard what happened about the analogy, I was really upset. It's my niece. It can ruin her reputation because I know she definitely doesn't dabble in any of that stuff, and she's a really great girl.
Of course, I was annoyed and aggravated as well because I was like, oh my God, like this is not good. Obviously, you know, we don't like when kids are brought into it. Like this is not going to be good.
I was really upset. But when somebody runs up and apologizes 100 times and really meant it, I accepted her apology.
And to be honest, I needed her to do that because, listen, Gia's my niece. Gia, we love her. She's, even though, you know, I understand what Teresa did. It's always rough when you bring the kids into it because it kind of puts people in a position where we have no choice. It's the child and we're always going to be on the child's side, you know? But she walked right up to us and she apologized and really explained herself, like didn't even let us like get through the door because she really wanted to show us that she does value our friendship. She loves us. She would never want to do anything to hurt Gia.
I thought it was very mature of Jackie to take the initiative and do that. And, you know, I think Joe and Melissa appreciate it as well.
I love that she did that because I feel like I knew that and I needed to hear that from her.
She was under a lot of stress, Jackie, which I could imagine. And, you know, I felt bad, but at that moment, I kind of accepted her apology because she was very sincere about it.
I truly believe it was an analogy and it wasn't an accusation. Putting that aside for a second, you still have to abide by the unspoken rule, never bring up anyone's children. They're off limits. They're off limits. On this show, they're off limits. Joe, if Jackie apologized to me and came up to me the way she did to you, yes, I would have forgave her. Yes, I would have.
Okay.
You'd have to forgive her. She was being honest. She was telling the truth.
I mean, she was being honest. She was being sincere. I really felt it. If I didn't, that would have been a different ball game. But I mean, she has 4 kids of her own. I guess it really hit home.
Guys, I gotta tell you, I don't think Jackie has a mean bone in her body. I just don't think so.
You also have to consider she was under pressure by Teresa at the time, and Teresa's quite a formidable opponent.
Yeah, when you got a pit bull coming after you, you'll say crazy things.
Yeah.
And then I guess Joe, it was actually kind of funny. I mean, he said something like, well, I think my sister, she just wanted to help you.
She might have heard something. Could have been for some wacko. I think she came out to look out for you.
And we Evan and I actually both looked at Joe like, all right, Joe, just zip it. It's cute. You want to have your sister's back here for a second, but just be quiet. Just have a cocktail. There's nothing you could say right now to fix this.
She's my sister. I'm here to protect her. Listen, I'm a man. Right? So we got guy code. We stick together. Right? So I was kind of stuck. But I was backing my sister up. Was she wrong in that whole aspect? Of course. But I also have a sister that I have to kind of, back up. So I kind of made myself look like a fool in so many ways. But that's what a brother does. He protects his sister, even though she's wrong or right. I gotta back her up.
Especially in public. Maybe behind closed doors, you can get on your sister's shit, but in public, exactly what you did, Joe.
He knew. He was like, all right, I'm trying, which, you know, it's cute. See, at least he's a man of his word. When he says he's going to back her up and do what we say we're supposed to do, he tries, you know.